Oh, yo, what is going on? It's the DFS Shark, and we are back for the NFL with the playoffs round one. We got some exciting games, some really good storylines in some of these games, and I'm looking forward to sharing my top plays. I got a 5-man slip that I'm gonna be rolling with for this first round of the playoffs. I'm liking it a lot. I'm liking this one a lot. But before we get into that, there is a code below if you're new to PrizePicks. If you've never played on PrizePicks before, drop that code in. And on sign up, they will give you a 100% match deposit bonus. So you throw in 100, they're going to give you $100. It's a good way for you to get started, a good way for you to get some free money, have some house money you can take advantage of. But with that said, I also want to talk about my Discord group, the DFS Shark Tank. So before I even made this video, I sent out these plays to the Discord. I'll share my slip that I have. Just because when I upload this video, it does take time to make it, editing and uploading and all that. So sometimes the lines change, sometimes the lines are gone completely, right? So I throw my plays in the Discord as soon as I have them. It's absolutely free to join. There's no paywall. So get in there, join the Discord so you can see what plays I'm on and get an idea for what everyone is on in the market as well. Just to recap real quickly on our line last week, we ended up hitting 3 out of 5. We did miss on our top 2 plays. So ultimately, I did not profit for the week. I like those plays a lot. They just, McLaurin got off to a hot start, and then Jonnu Smith caught a couple passes early, and then he ended up going over by, I think, 1 reception. But we're going to get into today's lines. Like I said, I'm really liking the games this weekend. Some really good games. We got our top game. We got a couple of players in one game, the Kansas City and Miami game. So let's get into that, and let's get into the plays. So as we dive in here to DGF, this is where I go every day to start my day when it comes to figuring out what lines, what sides I'm going to be on. DGF Daily Grind, the absolute best for figuring out where the market's at. When you're placing these bets on PrizePicks, the odds do not change if you have 5 players on a minus 150 odds or 5 players on a plus 150. The payout is still the same. You'll either get paid whatever the payout is for that slip, 10x or 25x, 5x. It doesn't change depending on what players and what odds you have. So always go for the higher juiced odds. Over time, in the long run, those are going to be hitting a lot more. So if we filter it down by NFL today, looks like the top play on Daily Grind is going to be Chase McLaurin. Field goals made under 1.5. This is not one of my plays, but if you were to just follow the top plays, I mean, you can't go wrong with that. But let's get into our actual plays for the day here. So my number 2 play of the day is going to be Demarcus Robinson, right? And the play is going to be on the receptions. We're going to be going under. This is the Detroit, and this is the Lions and Rams game, right? And so if we look at the line on this one, the Lions are a -3 at home against the Rams, +3. Some actually really big storylines on this one. Stafford is going to Detroit to play there, and then also Goff is playing his old team as well. So this would be a really interesting game, whether you have action on it or not. But we're going to be going Demarcus Robinson, right? We're going to be going on the under 3.5 receptions. I'm liking this play. If you look here, let's pull up his season, right? And you can see recently he has had a couple of huge games here. But I think the game flow of the Rams this game is they're going to be going Puka heavy. They're going to be going Cooper Kupp. They're going to be running the ball with Kyren Williams. I think that's going to be their thing this game. Now, I do think they're going to pass the ball some, but also at the same time, I don't think Demarcus Robinson is going to get more than that 3.5 receptions. The Lions do not have a bad D at all. I wouldn't say they're the greatest, but their defense is pretty much mid-level. But I think the Rams just have so many other options. They have, like I said, Puka. They have Cooper Kupp. You have Kyren Williams in the backfield. Higbee right now is questionable. So if he plays, that's another target taking away receptions from Demarcus Robinson. So I'm liking this. All year he's proven that he's going to be under that line most times. I feel like they're going to have some long drives, which is going to keep the Rams off the field more. Demarcus Robinson, this is going to be my number 2 play of the day coming in. And for our top play of the day, this is a play I'm liking. So it's on the Chiefs and Dolphins. Let's take a look at the line here. -4.5 on the Chiefs, right? So another major storyline in this game, as we all know, is Tyreek Hill is playing his old team, the Chiefs, right? And conditions for this game are super important. Keep this in mind. It's going to be, I believe, negative 10 degrees out in Kansas City. Probably, it should be snowing. It's that cold, right? It's going to be snowing. Winds are going to be heavy. But even with that, we're talking about Tyreek Hill here, right? We're talking about Tyreek Hill. So the play on Tyreek Hill is going to be more than 6.5 receptions, right? It may not be so much as the long ball that Tyreek Hill is getting active on. It could be some short drags, slants across the middle, getting him involved early because just the weather might dictate a change of game flow potentially, right? But Tyreek Hill is an absolute beast when it comes to getting his. And then you add in the fact that he's playing the Chiefs, his old team. I mean, no one's going to be more motivated or fired up this game than Tyreek Hill, right? And just look at his season, right? Look at the season he had. I mean, just out of all the receivers in the league this year, out of him and CeeDee Lamb, they were top 2. But, I'm giving Tyreek Hill the edge. And this game here, the game where he did go under, this is the game where he got hurt. He hurt his leg or his knee, and he didn't really play the second half. He played a couple of plays, and he kept coming in and out. But since then, he's crushed that line, and all year he has crushed that line. So it may seem like a lot of receptions, 6.5, but we're talking about Tyreek Hill here. So I'm loving this play despite the conditions of the game. I think he is their major weapon, right? You see what happens to the offense without Tyreek Hill in the game. The offense looked stagnant. They look confused out there. But with Tyreek Hill playing against his old team, major storyline here. And so Tyreek Hill, man, I'm feeling confident in this over 6.5 receptions on him. And let's dive into some of the other plays on the day, right? We are doing pretty much a stack in this game with the weather conditions now taking into account. Snow, you got high winds, you got all these different factors, right? What's it hard to do in those conditions? It's hard to kick field goals. And I'm liking Harrison Butker here to go less than 1.5 field goal made. A lot of times in the snowy games in the NFL, first of all, it's hard to kick in that condition. And then you add in the fact that like the wind's blowing. A lot of times these teams won't even kick the ball, even if it's a 20 or 30 yard kick, just because of the conditions, right? They might just be better off going for it on 4th and 3, 4th and 5, 4th and 10, whatever it is. So I'm liking Butker here on the under in that game here on under 1.5 field goals made. And for my next play, I'm liking Jared Goff here. I just feel like he has something to prove this game. The Lions have been playing great all year. I do think they're going to beat the Rams. I think it's going to be a close play game, but I think ultimately Goff's going to be the deciding factor in this game. I think he is going to throw more than at least minimum 2 touchdowns, right? I think the Lions are going to control this game, and I think Goff is just going to have a pretty solid day against the Rams, right? That's what I'm thinking. They got Gibbs out of the backfield as well, who is starting to find his own. He can do it all as well. So Jared Goff here, more than 1.5 passing touchdowns. I'm on that. And then for the last play, we're going back to Kansas City. We're going Travis Kelce. And Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes this year, they just haven't been the same when it comes to being on the same page, right? They've looked lost out there. I keep thinking it's going to get better throughout the year. And they kept looking like stagnant and lost out there as a whole, right? And you can see here, and we're just looking at his last 5, right? He hasn't hit that line, only 1 out of his last 5. He just hasn't been the same player this year. Mahomes hasn't been the same player this year. Now, it is playoffs. Mahomes, that's where he really snaps into it. But you add on the fact that they're playing a really good Miami team, this snowy weather, all these conditions against them. I don't think Kelce's going to hit this line here. But these are going to be my 5 plays that I'm rolling with, man. Just to quickly recap, Demarcus Robinson, less than 3.5 receptions. Tyreek Hill, more than 6.5 receptions. Butker, less than 1.5 field goals made. Goff, we got him over 1.5 passing touchdowns. And we got Kelce less than 5.5 receptions. So those are going to be our lines for the NFL slate. Boom. And there you guys have it. Those are the 5 plays I'm going to be on during the slate in round 1 of the playoffs here. Like I said, I posted these in the Discord. So they're already in there. If the lines did change, reach out to me in the Discord. Let me know what the lines changed to. And if I'll still put it in, I'll let you know if I would. The other day it happened. Someone asked, the line changed a whole point, and I said I wouldn't put it in just because those line changes are super important. Even if it's 0.5 or 1 whole point, that's a huge difference, right? But if you're not in the Discord, join. Link is below. Also on this video, it helps if y'all like, comment, let me know what you're on. Let me know if you've been telling me. It really helps me grow the channel. Like I said, we have been at this for about a month now, and we've grown to over 400 subscribers. So we are growing fast, and I appreciate y'all who are rocking with me. But that's going to be it for this video. I hope y'all enjoy our weekend. We got plenty of action, plenty of NFL, NBA. So y'all take it easy. Stay safe.